Hello and welcome back to On-Site Composting. I'm your host, Drew. Today, edition number 18. Number 16 and number 17 were taken care of by my wife. Thank you very much. And she did a really nice job. And I'm super impressed because I've been so busy the last week and a half that I haven't really had much time to devote to composting, so my wife really picked up my slack. And so let's take a look. Here's where we're at right before doing number 18. So my wife put on the cap material and put in some cardboard, and so super impressed. And here's what we have to do today. This is probably about 3 days, I think probably 2 days worth. And lots of eggshells and lots of citrus and tea bags and paper. I've got a lot of paper and citrus in here. This is from a purchase I made yesterday from CVS. So we got a lot of paper in here. We're gonna put that as our cap material. And if this is your first time watching one of these videos, we do like to cover the fresh food waste that we add on to the system with cap material. And there's our little bin that I use for cap material, and this is just unscreened compost that we have gotten from the previous compost system, and we put it in a bin and we use it, reuse it on top of the material. This is our screen compost. I don't think I've shown you this before, but this is our screen compost, and you can tell we still have some crushed up eggshells in there, but it's a lot nicer material. And let me just pop this lid, and so you can kind of see this is a little bit nicer material to use in the garden. So we don't use this in the compost system. We use this in our garden to grow food. And so that's where we're starting from today. And let's go ahead and get started. And I'm probably going to pause this so that I can dump that. Let me just see if I can. I might be able to. It's definitely full. And in we try to go. We got some. Yep, I think I can do this one-handed. Amazing. All right, down the hatch. So apologies for those that are squeamish about fresh food waste in the morning, but this is what we have to do to recycle our food waste and turn it into that really nice finished compost that you just saw. So not too difficult, but it does take some dedication. So there's our fresh food waste, and now, as you can tell, we're gonna do some cap material on top. So let's go ahead and grab a couple of containerfuls of our cap material. And again, lots of eggshells in there. And we've got a redwood leaf. And we're just gonna sprinkle it on top, just a light sprinkling. Again, there's our cap material. We're just getting a nice little dusting on top. And I've noticed now here's a piece of plastic, and I think this is probably, and there's an earthworm. How about that? This is probably from a cup. This is a really thin layer of plastic, like I've been talking about in previous videos, that you end up with. So this ends up being not being able to compost that. So we're gonna take that out and screen that up. So I'm gonna keep adding. I want to get a pretty good covering today. It is I think this food waste is probably in need of a little bit more covering, because it definitely has a little bit stronger odor than it normally does, and I'm not sure why that is. It's just could be some particular high nitrogen, proteinaceous food that's in there. And I'm going to dump this CVS bag that I've got a bunch of paper that I used yesterday at the office. And a lot of people don't like, I've sorry about that. Definitely do not want to compost that. These are from cards that I bought. I'm just gonna stick that off to the side, but paper is fair game. And I'm gonna spread this out. So a lot of people don't like the white bleached paper, but as long as you don't overload the system with it, I think it's totally fine. So yeah, there's your office paper situation. I like to spread it out a little bit, and the CVS bag will just kind of let that just be. And I think that is good. Still got some citrus in there. I do like to get that covered. So let's go back and do one more addition of the cap material. And you'll notice we've got some mussels, shell mussels that we had for dinner a long time ago. And they're gonna take a long time to decompose. There's one, actually I think that's an avocado seed, sorry. Got a chicken bone in there. As you can tell, I like to compost everything. Anything that was living can be composted. And with the exception, I do not mix pet waste or any kind of human waste in with the system. This is strictly food waste. Meat, dairy, oils, all of it goes in here, and it composts really well. And I've had this tested, and it doesn't come back with pathogens, doesn't come back with any nutrient issues. It's a really nice finished product. So I think that's all I wanted to show you today. And yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with the covering there. Citrus is a little bit exposed, but that's okay. I may just put a few extra pieces of cardboard on top like that. There we go. All right, I think that is good. Hope you learned something today. And until next time, this is Drew with OnSite Composting.